Last week, we saw BBAI spike up above $5 and then hold. Now, people were asking if this week we would be holding above the $5 level, and it does appear that would be the case as we are up roughly 6% on the day, up 30 cents at the current price of $5.34. And shout out to Claude giving a bullish 1 year projection of the price level of $6.01. And not only shout out to Claude Prophecy AI, but also shout out to you guys, as I do see here you guys really enjoyed the recent Big Bear AI video that I posted. Shout out to you for tuning in, and thank you very much for the support. Now, Big Bear AI trading around $5.30 and up more than 5% today. Currently up 6% right now, $5.34. And honestly, I don't think that's the most important question anymore right now. Because the question isn't, can Big Bear AI get back to $5? The real question is, what happens after $5? Because if you've been investing long enough, you know how when a stock reclaims a price level, sometimes that's the beginning of the move, not the end. And there can be sell off, and sometimes not. Again, it's always different, and the story of each stock and the price action of each stock is different. But it does appear that all attempts to sell off above the $5 level have failed. And currently, we're going up even stronger, opening the week up with a 6% gain on the day. And I personally was looking at Big Bear AI over the weekend, and I started thinking about how quickly sentiment can change. Hey guys, it's David with InvestQ, and a lot of the research and stock discussions actually happen in my free InvestQ community before the videos even come out. I post weekly CTM updates, quantum stock coverage, daily watch lists, and fast breaking news reactions throughout the week. And if you want to stay ahead of what I'm watching in the market, feel free to join the free InvestQ community. First link in the description below. Because a few weeks ago, again, actually no, well, this is over 3 months ago, but just a few months ago, people were nervous. People were very nervous going as low as $3.01. But now, again, just 3 months later, people again are excited when it comes to when it comes to Big Bear AI. And the most important thing when it comes to investing or trading is your psychology and controlling your emotions, because you can't let your emotions dictate whether you buy or sell on a trade. You got to let your stone cold thesis, your not unwavering, but your biased thesis on the reason you entered in on a position on a specific stock be the reason whether you hold that position or sell it. And today, what I wanted to talk about when it comes to Big Bear AI is why $5 matters, what could drive Big Bear AI higher, what risks still exist for the stock, and whether this move has more room to run. And the thing is, they always show up. The traders, when I say they, it's the traders who panic during pullbacks. There definitely were some people I know for certain that bought in at the highs on this trading session and bought up here, and then they saw this sell-off activity and panic. And especially if you get more volatile types of swings to the downside, there's going to be people freaking out and adding to that selling pressure. And the traders who only buy only after the stock already moves, and the traders who watch headlines instead of understanding the intricate details of the business, and every cycle, those same investors end up chasing everyone else and doing the opposite. Instead of buying low, selling high, they buy high and sell low. So they're the ones that they're the ones that continue to get trapped in their trades and in their investments time and time again. Now, Big Bear AI remains one of the more interesting AI names in the market. The reason that's the case is because, unlike many AI companies, the focus is heavily tied to government, defense, artificial intelligence, decision intelligence. National security spending isn't disappearing either, and all adoption isn't disappearing. Management is also continuing to try to position itself right in the middle of both those trends. The big question that you got to be asking is not whether Big Bear AI can go up tomorrow. That doesn't necessarily matter, especially as long-term bag holders of the company. And again, this is not financial advice, but this is just my personal opinion. But nobody knows where the stock can go. And the bigger question that I believe you need to be asking is, can Big Bear AI continue proving it deserves a higher valuation over time? Because if investors start believing that the story of Big Bear AI that should be at a higher valuation, $5 may eventually look small in hindsight. Because again, we like to talk about investors that have lots of skin in the game, a lot more wisdom than me, and a lot more experience than me. Because Peter Lynch says the key to making money in any stocks is not getting scared out of them, like many people probably did in this red day that they had, and many people that sold off as they bought in closer to these upper levels in the $6 to $6.60 level. And I can't imagine how many people are really sad as they sold off towards these levels at closer to the $3 level. So you don't want to be one of the people that gets scared out and sells at lower prices, and you don't want to be people that gets in because of FOMO and price action. And what do we say time and time again on this channel? As Warren Buffett says, the stock market is a device that transfers money from the impatient to the patient. Be one of the patient investors. And the crowd, it typically gets excited by price, but what I believe is that the winners get excited by the progress of the business, the progress of the company. So green candles, they can get the attention of investors, but execution is what truly creates wealth. And the first move that gets people interested, the second move is what gets people convinced. So what I mean by that is, you can get interested in the price action of a stock. Say if you were interested in Castellum CTM, for example, or let's keep it on Big Bear AI. Say if you heard about Big Bear AI time and time again in the media, but for whatever reason, it could be because you thought there was better opportunities, because you wanted to invest in other things. You didn't have capital at the time, whatever. You could have seen this drop if you're a patient investor and someone that likes to buy in at the lows and takes advantage of the opportunities the market presents themselves. Say if you saw the price action at $3.01 and you say that's a cheaper price than we had just a few months ago. Again, right here at the end of January, right? So you see us travel that low and you think maybe this is a good opportunity to buy in, but you don't buy in just because you're at a cheaper price. You buy in when you're at a cheaper price on a company that you have a thesis that believes it will become a winner long term. So again, you want to look for those opportunities from a price action perspective, and then you want to make sure that you create the thesis that works best for you, that gives you the conviction to want to buy in and have it be a percentage of your portfolio pie. So let me know down in the comments below if you enjoy the content, and please let me know what it is you want to see in future upcoming videos, as I do love giving the content that you want to see. And please, guys, if you do enjoy my content, feel free to hit the like and subscribe button, as I do appreciate giving you guys the content that you want to see. So with that being said, guys, stay safe, keep making good decisions with your long-term portfolios, and I'll see you on the next video. InvestQ out.